I was originally introduced to cosplay by a friend of mine. They told me I looked a lot like a character they thought of, so for Halloween they suggested I be that character. I did a little bit of research and I discovered the cosplay and I fell in love with it. I was drawn to cosplay by just the amount of detail people put in, the labor of love, the color, the creativity, and the fact anything is possible. Cosplay influenced my career decisions in a couple of ways. The first was it made me realize that I really couldn't see myself sitting down and doing a desk job when I love creating so much. And the second part is it led me to hair design and how now I'm in cosmetology school. I have a little over a month and a half left and I just can't wait to get into the field and start doing hair. I'm pretty self-taught, though I did learn quite a few things about sewing from my family. One of my aunts was a fashion designer in the 80s, so she taught me how to set up a sewing machine, basic stitches, how to make basic patterning, and that taught me a lot, but all my hairstyling, wig styling, that's all self-taught. And some of the other more intense things like how to make armor out of foam, how to make chainmail, I used internet resources for those. The way I start my costumes, it's pretty simple. First things first, I like to analyze pictures of the characters. I like to take a big photo and then make a diagram and just start labeling things. So it might be taking a picture and then drawing a line and adding in details like the hair, it's very 18th century inspired. There's lace here, the lace is this color and it's a floral lace, or is it just decorative? I like to just break things down, look at details, and just really start to appreciate it. And then once I start doing that, I then break everything down, break it into steps, and then just start making them or figuring out how I can make them until everything's put together and forms a cohesive picture. After I finish creating them, I like to wear them to conventions and do photos with my friends and just talk about all the work that went into them. I like to talk about all the effort I've put in, all the little tips and tricks I've learned. I just love to, share. The project I'm most proud of is my Tightrope Girl costume. It's a rendition of the Tightrope Walker from Disney's Haunted Mansion ride. And I'm just so proud of all the work I put into it. The skirt is 3 yards of hand-painted fabric. I wear a hoop skirt. I'm tight-laced into a corset. And even though it's uncomfortable, I still feel happy because I know this is a character I love and I just put so much work into her and I feel like I'm doing her justice. I've gotten a variety of reactions. I've been told I look like a princess by little girls. I've been told that I look absolutely insane. My dad actually thought I joined a cult. When I was 14, he grounded me, took away my sewing machine, took away my resources, but we eventually worked it out and he supports me cosplaying now. But it's really mixed. Either they're super positive reactions or I get called a freak. I'm particularly inspired by a couple famous cosplayers like Ivy Doom Kitty and Miss Bernadette B, because they are both very confident in what they do, but also they're very self-confident, and that's something I'd like to work on. I've learned a couple things from cosplay. The first thing I learned was that I learned how to sew, how to craft, how to create, and then the second one was just how to have fun. It got me into thinking more about myself, how I could help people, just how I could create, and I love it.